Chav is a satirical game and part of the same line, Life of Angst, that Bloodsucker is, and a few other games besides, such as WizKid. And the idea behind Chav is that it's kind of a satire on British gang culture and the British underclass, but also on the way that that underclass is represented in the media as being this terrible, rapacious, almost inhuman mob of ignorant bastards, really. So it's kind of two-edged in that way. It's making fun of the way the media talks about them, and it's making fun of them themselves. So the thing is, the thing you have to understand about British gang culture is that it's pretty much already a satire of American gang culture, because the British underclass, the British gangs, model themselves on the representations of gangs that we see on American television, and as such, it's really quite hilarious. If you want to get some kind of grasp of what they're like, then you need to look to Ali G or Vanilla Ice, who turned out to be a fake-ass white boy. Lee Nelson was recently in the news. He's another one who plays off the whole chav persona. In the Cleveland show, Federline Jones would be the kind of person we're talking about, or perhaps the ultimate example would be the Insane Clown Posse. A couple of suburban wannabes posing as these really sort of hardcore gangster rappers, but consciously and unconsciously much more of a joke. So that's where it's coming at, and the series of games, the world in which they take place, is also a satire on the sort of dark fantasy, vampire, and other horror games of the 90s. So this would be the equivalent of playing, the worst guys. If you've got vampires, the bad guys, and then a subset is the worst guys, then these are the worst guys. They serve an outer entity, Chavthulu, which provides explanation as to why they hang around bus stops and 24-hour garages and places drinking cheap cider. It's all part of their worship, and they all move according to this greater plan. So it's full of comedy stereotypes and deliberate misrepresentations of the British underclass and gang culture as it's presented to us in the media. Hug a hoodie. You should play it because it's funny. These are the kind of people that often pick on people who are more likely to be gamers, so sometimes it's fun to make fun of them and to fail spectacularly, and because it helps round out and fill out the whole Life of Angst universe as a whole. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you play it. You can keep up with what I'm doing at postmortemstudios.wordpress.com, which also has links to everywhere that I sell my products. You can also keep up with me on Twitter at Grimachew, and if you would care to support my work, you can support me at Patreon, again at Grimachew. Anything you give there will be used to better future further projects. Thanks.